Mga corrupt, pinaka-the worst na korupsyon sa Pilipinas. Mga putang ina ninyo, mga hayop kayo, mga kriminal din kayo, mga politika.
Bakit ako tumakbo? Galit ako sa gobyerno. Korupsyon, drug. Nilagyan ko ng 3 to 6 months. Sinabi ko gawin ko yan, maasahan niyo. I will do it. Even if makaposta ko, even if I lose my life, my honor, and even the presidency.
We find corruption everywhere in government. Let me ask you, when will corruption end? Kailan ba talaga ito hanggang kailan?
The abuses of the past were front and center, and when we came together to write the national constitution, we knew we needed to ensure that arbitrary and unchecked power wouldn't be the norm in our young country. We believed that the combination of an independent judiciary and the right to be tried by a jury of our peers would protect us from whatever form tyranny might take. You see, judicial independence protects judges from outside pressures so they can make unbiased decisions. Without it, judges wouldn't be able to uphold the rule of law, the idea that the law, not any person, rules supreme. In England, Magna Carta finally made the king subject to the law. In our country, the Constitution rules supreme.
The institution of the trial by jury has been sanctified by the experience of the ages. It has been recognized by the Constitution of every state in the Union. It is deemed the birthright of Americans, and it is deemed that liberty cannot subsist without it.
This shared heritage is most apparent in our Bill of Rights, which was written in 1791, when the first Congress met. You might say the Bill of Rights was a bit of a compromise. When the first Congress met, 4 of the states still had not ratified the Constitution, and said they would not unless certain rights were added. 3 of the new amendments addressed the right to trial by jury. The Fifth Amendment guarantees no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The Sixth Amendment guarantees in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury. And the Seventh Amendment extends the right to trial by jury to civil cases. But let's return to the present and see what 2 Supreme Court justices have to say on the subject of juries.
When our Constitution was formed in the 1700s, there was no clear understanding of what the framers were going to come up with when they started writing our Constitution, with one exception. They were absolutely clear in their minds that we wanted to provide for trial by jury. That was a given.
The framers of our Constitution felt so strongly about trial by jury that they put it in the Constitution. They put it in the Bill of Rights. It applies to criminal trials, to all criminal trials. It applies to many civil trials. They regarded it as one of the most important safeguards of democracy. I think to their minds it was as important as the right to vote. Jurors really are experts, more than we judges are, on the thing that we ask juries to do, and that is to make findings of fact.
We don't take just retired people or people who have time on their hands. We want the whole community represented. We want people who are people engaged in their ordinary work but who take time off to hear a case, as well as others. We want a full sampling of the community because that's who we are entrusting our lives and our honor and our most important issues.
What we ask jurors to do are things that they're really experts on. They are more expert than we judges are in judging ordinary human behavior. Just because they are living in the community and they meet all sorts of people and they find themselves in a great variety of situations. And so our legal system is based on the idea that they can hear a witness testify and make a good judgment about whether that witness is telling the truth or whether the witness really remembers.
By including a broad spectrum of the community in the jury pool, we're assured of a broader perspective in the jury that actually sits on the case.
Kurap, wala kang katakot-takot dahil alam mo, siguro 5 taon bago gumalaw sa ombudsman yung preliminary investigation pa lang.
Preliminary pa lang yan.
At pagdating sa Sandigan Bayan, sila po yung merong pinakamatagal na panahon paglilitis. Ang average po 10 taon.
Oh my God.
Kaya naman kung ikay kurat, tawa ka na lang tawa. By the time makonvict ako, patay na ako.
Pero ang masasabi mo doon sa jury system ng Amerika?
Well, maganda po yan.
Opo, maganda po yan kung jury system tayo dahil taong bayan ang husga.
Kaya dumadami yung mga nagnanakaw dahil walang nakukulong. Imposible na mabawasan yung magnanakaw kung wala namang nakukulong. Pero kung nagnakaw, ipinakulong ka agad, tapos nagnakaw, ipinakulong ka agad, wala na hangad pa na magnakaw o maglakas loob na magnakaw.
Pagpasok ako ng politika, hindi ko na-anticipate yung talagang karumal-dumal na korupsyon sa ating bansa. Hindi lamang sa proyekto, kundi pati yung mga judges natin, hindi naman lahat, may mga ilan, yung mga korte natin. So, ang nakikita ko rito, pabor ako sa death penalty pero hindi yan nararapat ngayon sa ating judicial system natin dahil talagang maraming masintensya ng kamatayan na walang kasalanan. Magkaroon muna tayo ng judicial reform, ayusin natin mabuti na talagang ang masintensyan ay yung may mga kasalanan. Katulad na lang paggamit natin ng jury system. Kung yung pag masintensya ng death penalty, talagang may kasalanan ka dahil ang mga tao maghuhusga sa'yo dahil ayon sa mga ebidensya.